Hey, once again, guys, it's good to see y'all back at my channel. I really do appreciate it. As you know, it's me, Anthemony. I wanted to change up the things I'm doing. I think maybe I should do commentary or something of that nature. It's kind of a little bit easier given my college schedule and doing school year-round, and I'm home all the time. But I wanted to talk about a pressing issue that I think is very interesting. It's the whole TikTok issue with the United States and my opinion on it, and the things I worry about when it comes to this app. And now, as many people know, TikTok is owned by ByteDance and Douyin, which is a Chinese company in origin. However, TikTok is international and is considered to be separated in the servers that it has in the United States. But in reality, I really don't see that as, the case. Even if they have servers in the United States and they have backup servers in countries like Singapore, maybe Taiwan and Thailand, I don't really trust the idea of Chinese companies with the government that they have, with the way their government works. I don't trust the Chinese companies to have any data, especially on international citizens. If you don't know that the Chinese government kinda has this regulation that's very strong-fisted when it comes to their companies, unlike American politics where a corporation can grow as its own entity and run, and the government doesn't usually have a direct hand on the actions. It's not the case in China. Whatever TikTok is collecting, whatever data they do get, it has to be brought up to a server somewhere. Now the question is this data obviously being used? And I think yes. There have been numerous Reddit pages. There have been concerns pushing for TikTok to be banned. The country of India, for example, just recently banned TikTok from the whole entire country and numerous Chinese-based apps, as they don't want the Chinese government to have any data on their country or citizens. And I'm honestly for that. I would like the United States to actually take into account cyber data and outreach from countries, especially ones like China, who have a reputation of doing unethical things. The thing that concerns me, though, is the artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence for TikTok is basically, it's up there compared to Google and YouTube and Netflix, which Google and YouTube use similar AIs. It's scaring in nature. The way that TikTok's algorithm works is anything you like, anything you comment on, obviously, it's going to be like, hey, you're giving engagement, so we'll show more of this content. The hashtag, this user similar to this user. But the thing that makes it different is how it reacts to watch time. YouTube, obviously, you watch a video, the user gets watch time, there's engagement, that's obvious. And that's pretty much it. You like the video, you dislike it, similar videos with hashtags show up. But TikTok takes it a step further. When you watch a video, depending on how much it loops, and depending on if you've watched the video for a certain amount of seconds, minutes, hours, saved it, or shared it, or watched it in general, metrics-wise, TikTok takes that into account and just completely writes its whole script based on you as a user. And I've seen it before on the app, where I'm going through things, or I've talked with my friends, and then they see something in the For You page that matches exactly what the conversation was, and it always weirds us out, but I see comments on there, and the comments read something like, oh wow, I was just talking about this, or oh my god, this is getting too specific. It's like getting way too realistic, and I don't think that that's just a coincidence. Like these data companies, these social media empires, Twitter, Facebook, I was gonna say MySpace, but what's that one that no one cares for, or that I don't care for personally? Snapchat. Like I have a Snapchat, but I do not care for any of the content on there other than snapping my friends. Yeah, these social media giants, the data they collect, like Zucker Brothers over there, Mr. Lizardman, makes billions of dollars off of people's data, selling it out to people. He basically put a monopoly on a market where places, people, monuments can be put on Facebook as entities. And it's pretty, it's pretty good business-wise. And TikTok's doing this with people's data. and their AI is more advanced. It outreaches more towards you. But I'm getting off topic. What concerns me here is the fact that this data is going into Chinese servers. It's being stored in these servers. And just like any other social media, Facebook does this too, by the way. Whenever someone doesn't have an account, they pull towards other people's accounts. So if you were to share it to people, like if you gave TikTok your contact information, like access to my contacts, access to my photos, things like that, access to share on these other apps, you think that they don't have an idea of like who else on TikTok is connected to you through your contacts, the same way like Facebook does it with family members? No, even if they don't have an account, they're still tracking you. They're still collecting data. You are basically a non-entity to them because you're not a user. But they can still abuse the fact that they know your family member uses it. So like putting a video of like your grandpa on TikTok and it's like, my Nana's 90, or my grandpa's 90 years old, fought in World War II, happy Memorial Day, with like a really cute audio that's like, you know, O Sweet Fontana, like the Italian anthem or something like that. They're just gonna know that your grandpa's gonna have the same name as you, the same personal information as you, or something similar. And boom, they have a data IP, or they have, not an IP, a data portal that they can kind of go through to finagle their way. And just from that, they can zone out specific demographics in a country. And that right there, the ability to never be off the grid, to never be able to hide from a government power, a bureaucratic entity, a communistic regime, that is terrifying. That is, I fear that wholeheartedly. The ability to never escape like computer and people's grasp on you. It's horrifying to think about. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is TikTok collects your data at a high rate, higher and more efficiently than any other social media site. So if you're really going to take this into consideration, do you want a communist party to have your data? As an American, as a European, as a South American, well, I mean, technically it's still American, but as a person of your specific country, do you want that power put upon you to have a price tag on your name? Like, you are essentially a dollar bill to them. And even worse, you're an entity worth referencing. You're a metric unit. That right there alone is just degrading. And I hate quantifying human beings, especially for gain for a government body. And I wasn't really originally going to make this video. I didn't really care for it. I didn't think to do commentary, but I wanted to do it when I realized that TikTok, I looked at Reddit, there was posts about this. When you look at TikTok, they're taking data from people at a rate that is scary. And to give you an idea, if you were to compare it, let's say, okay, let's get a great idea here. You know a toothpick, right? Tiny, you use it to pick your teeth, you eat your food, great. Tiny, you can get a splinter from it. You can stab someone with a toothpick. You keep it in your mouth all day, like a slick 50s gangster or 60s gangster. But the social medias we have, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, that's a toothpick. TikTok is like a mighty redwood tree. It's a colossus. It is massive. And it's even worse because it's so obvious, the data pooling that they're doing, that people who code are able to look at it and be like, there is something underneath this, underneath all this protection, that is dangerous to everyone. Like, that alone, comparing a toothpick to a redwood tree is a euphemism and a hyperbole I didn't think I would use in today's age. But that's incredible. That's actually daunting. That's like looking at a tsunami and I'm on the beach and there's just nothing else I can do. I'm going to be consumed. That right there is just haunting. So, honest to God, I'm probably just gonna get rid of my TikTok. I'm praying to God they shut it down. I'm hoping that the government decides, or whatever entities out there. I'm hoping the government decides, the Trump administration decides, hey, this isn't healthy for our society. This is a danger to people. I mean, they already started banning military members and politicians from using it, but I want them to take a step further and be like, this is an issue. This is a dilemma that we need to take care of. And without doing so, we're putting people in danger. So, if you want TikTok to be gone, you think it's cringe, you don't like the videos, you think that this giant cyber data pool of just international information is probably not great for one country to have, is, a real concern, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. And you have a hell of a night. Take care, everybody. Thank you.